Hello there everyone, and welcome to Bald Hills Railway Station in North Brisbane. The very north of Brisbane actually. You go any further north, we're going to be in Moreton Bay. Unfortunately, we're not riding a train today. I'd love very much to be riding a train, but instead we're going to be driving, and we're going to be driving State Route 58, or at least Brisbane State Route 58. I'm sure there's another route somewhere else, which is Route 58 in another part of Queensland somewhere. But State Route 58 goes from here in Bald Hills. We're not going to be starting right at the start. We'll be starting just west of it, because it starts at the M3, but we'll be coming out just after the M3, but it's I've literally just driven past it. It's like 100 meters. And then we're going to be taking the route north to Petrie, and then west to Dayboro, and then north again to Dayboro, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We're just going to review the route here, or I'm going to review the route. We may need to make a pit stop in Dayboro, because I was hoping to use the toilets here, but it seems they're closed at this time of the week. So it should take maybe around about an hour, just under an hour, just over an hour, something like that. So we're going to go from Bald Hills here, follow Gympie Rd, Strathpine Rd. Is this Strathpine Rd? No, this is Gympie Rd. We're going to follow Gympie Rd up north here into Petrie. Then we're going to turn left onto Dayboro Rd. Follow this all the way to Dayboro. All the way to Dayboro. I've driven this section from Petrie to Dayboro before, but I've not driven the other section to Dayboro, or from here to Petrie. Then we take this road here, Mt Mee Road, I'll have to remember that. And we take this all the way north to Mt Mee, and it's or not Mt Mee, I mean Dayboro. And it's around about the same, it's around about just east of Kilcoy. So it's a fair distance north. So let's get started. Ordinarily I wouldn't be in such a rush, but I don't have the aircon on in here, and the sun has been shining down this car for long enough, so let's get this thing going. Oh, that air is beautiful, beautiful. Make sure the radio's on 0, don't want to get any copyrighted shite. Let's turn the aircon up just a little bit so we can cool this car down as quickly as we can. I'm not going to put it up to 4 because 4 is a little bit too loud. I'm just going to reposition you on my head. I'm still getting used to this first person view, or point of view, you know, head thingamabob. It gives me headaches, so I might have to reposition you every now and again. Alright, let's go. Now we're going to be coming out of the car park here. I think we need to, because I've never actually been to Bald Hills Station before. I've been through it on trains going north to Caboolture and Nambour and further beyond, but I've never actually been to the station. It's a bit of a shame. It's oh, by the way, if you can see just how dirty my windscreen is, I apologize for that. I've been wanting to get windscreen washer fluid in for a while. I just haven't got to it. I was going to do it today, but turns out there's a problem with the instructions on the fluid that I bought, and it's not very specific about how much you should put in it, so I've had to contact their support. Now we'll see what that says. Hopefully it's better by the next time I start filming. Now this is Bald Hills Road. I know that because I had to turn down here. And then I think this here is Strathpine Rd, or I'm not sure if it's Strathpine Rd or Gympie Rd yet. But anyway, we turn left here and we head west, and then north. And this might be a bit of a quiet drive. I'm not sure, maybe I'll be very talkative, maybe I won't be. That's kind of how it's going to be with these videos. Sometimes I'm going to talk a lot, sometimes I won't talk very much. You know, I've seen Gympie Rd, this part of Gympie Rd, I've seen it from the train line, just north of Bald Hills. Travels over a farm, an area of like a grassy area on a big long viaduct. And off in the distance, to the east, to the northeast, you can see Gympie Rd. So maybe we might see the train line on the left. But obviously, always first priority is driving, being attentive on the road. So if I've got things to pay attention to, we ain't looking. but I'll try and get a look if I can. Though it'll be on the left, which there's not much viewing room over there, unfortunately, given this is a right drive car. Here we go. The intersection that goes, or the road, the bridge that goes over the M3 as well back there, behind us, is actually a, I don't know what it's called, but it's where the road goes the wrong way round over the bridge, and the two lanes cross over each other with traffic lights. And I'd never seen something like that in Brisbane before. I didn't know we had one of those. They're apparently very special, very efficient. So I might have to drive along that road, see if there's a way I can justify that. Alrighty, 70, here we go. It might very well have been 70 before. Performance anxiety. Here we go, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the train line on the left there. Oh, and look, another train. Oh, wow. There it is. We'll be going 100 k's or 90 k's over that viaduct there. It's a nice, speedy section on the line. Now, like I said, I haven't driven this section before, so it's going to take quite a bit of my focus to drive on here, because it's new and unknown. $60 kilometers per hour. I tend to be pretty good when it comes to those stoplights. The way I taught myself was when you're going through them, at some point, make a choice whether you're going to go or stop, even if they're already green, so that if they turn orange and you've said I'm going, then you go. Well, across the lane, and maybe a bit tighter than I would have done it, but fair enough. And here's the big Strathpine sign. Like I said, I've ridden on that train line before, so I've seen this sign from the train line. Just on the left, somewhere up here, there should be Strathpine Station? Strathpine Station. Don't know if you saw the catenary over there, just briefly. Here we are. Try not to fiddle with you while I'm driving. Not good for it. Not good. But I might have to find some extra cushioning or something, because it does, it's giving me a bit more of a headache. And it is mildly distracting. Just mildly though. You know, at some point I think I am going to have to put some music on in here. I just need to find a way that I can get some like royalty-free classical music recordings. Because, I mean, the ideal choice would be classic FM. But I don't know. They would use copyrighted recordings, and I'd probably have to ask permission to be able to put their stuff on here. Given there's people at that radio station and whatnot. And it will be so much easier to just have a bunch of classical music recordings, a whole bunch that I've downloaded, that I can just, you know, pop in an aux cable or USB and stick it in there, and Bob's your uncle. We've got music. Because it is a little bit quiet without music. At least I find so. I find it to be that. Welcome to Lawton. Lawnton. I have to remember to say that because I always used to call it Lawton. L-A-W-T-O-N. But it's not, it's Lawnton. L-A-W-N-T-O-N. Soon enough we'll be in Petrie. Roads are starting to get a little bit less suburban out here. Things are starting to get less built up. I think we've officially, well, ever since we passed through Strathpine, we're outside Brisbane and into Moreton Bay. I don't know what region Dayboro is in. Whether that's in Moreton Bay too. I think Moreton Bay does extend a fair bit west. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. Way. That was a bit risky. Pretty last minute. There's a rail bridge there, or a road bridge over rail, looks like. Should be getting close to Petrie now. I do know on the train line that Lawnton is the last station before Petrie. Of course I'll look online and find that's wrong. It's one thing I will say, if you do hear me talk about things in these videos, do not take them as fact. I get things wrong all the time. And I openly admit it. It'll be rough backing out onto a road like this, especially a busy one, and one where there's no shoulder. You know, I'm starting to think that not all the train stations are part of a suburb, and in fact there's several train stations in Lawnton. That's probably the case. Because I do know, I think it's Bray Park. It goes Strathpine, Bray Park, Lawnton, Petrie, I'm pretty sure. So Bray Park might very well be in Lawnton. Because that does tend to happen, you'll have two train stations within a suburb. There's not always one train station per suburb, sometimes it's two. Sometimes it's none, but usually that's not the case. There's the train line there, starting to cross over whatever the creek here is. I've never learnt its name. And there's a park just up here that I've been to several times. North Pine River, there we are. So it's not a creek, it's a river, apparently. I suppose it's plenty big enough for a river. You probably didn't get to see very much of it there. Sorry about that. And here's the park on the left. I've been to that many times. Waiting for trains at Petrie. Popped out and had a sit down, had something to eat at the park. Bit of a long walk to get there. And I believe that's USQ over there. USQ? No. Uni SC, apparently. I've never heard of it. I thought it was USQ. Got to keep my attention on the road. Alright, and here we are. We're going to Dayboro. Dayboro Rd. Here on the left. And it looks like, yeah, we're clear to go. Off we go. I think it's 60 down here, but I've only driven down this road once. So I'm not going to push it. There's no one behind me, so no rush. This road stays built up for a surprisingly long amount of time. And in fact, it stays at a relatively low speed limit, I mean, for a little while. Longer than you might think. I'm guessing that means it's 60. Damn. I remember that about the last time I drove along there. On the left, you can glance at some views. You don't get much of it. Because must be pretty high up here. North Pine Dam. You know, oh shit. Be careful of speeding. I have not been to North Pine Dam. Last time I drove on this road, I went past it. I didn't quite have time to go there. Maybe one day we'll go there together. But I think the turnoff is somewhere up here. Somewhere up here. I'm pretty sure it's after it goes to 70. Potentially after it goes to 100. I'm not sure. Well, we'll find out. It'll appear eventually. Young's Crossing. I have to check that out too. I don't know what that is. Is that a town like Sanford? I'm not sure. Old Petrie Town. Oh, I haven't been there either. I'm not sure what's there. It look like markets or something. I'd have to look it up properly. The unfortunate thing is I rarely get time to actually. I neither have the time nor the memory to look things up after these drives. Because I do go driving every now and again, because I quite enjoy it. But perhaps editing these videos might spawn some of those thoughts again, and I might remember, oh, let's take a look and see what old Petrie Town is like. What's there? Stuff, looks like. Yeah, markets, looks like. reckon this road is ripe for speeding. I mean, I caught myself just a little bit ago, just accidentally doing just a little bit over. You know, after not looking at the speedo for like 5 seconds or so. So I imagine a lot of people probably would be just like, ah, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. There's no one around. Let's go. Let's go. 70 now, and it stays 70 for a little while, and then it goes up to 100. Nice big leap. When you head out to these kind of areas, especially out beyond the ranges, around Wivenhoe, a lot of the roads around there are just 100. You know, it's an interesting rule, actually, that I've always been a bit fascinated by. Here's North Pine Dam up here. Looks like it, yeah. See that brown sign up there on the left? North Pine Dam, McGavin View. Should go up there at some point. Haven't done that yet. But I've always been fascinated by this road rule, which is 50 in built-up areas, unless signed, and then in non-built-up areas, 100 unless signed. The speed limit rules here in Queensland, at least. And I wonder, you know, what's the difference between a built-up area and a non-built-up area? How do you tell? How might you argue that in a case? Though I imagine they probably really want you to, oh, how would you say it? I imagine they probably got signs set up in all of the places where it could possibly be a non-built-up area. Because the last thing you're going to want is for someone to mistake it for a non-built-up area and then do 100 because, oh, I didn't see any signs. But most of the main roads out there, I think, are signed anyway. It's just the small ones, the off branches. And you can really tell it's not a built-up area because it'll be like farms, huge big plots of land on each side. You can't even tell, you know, there's no houses or anything. Should go out there at some point. We'll go out there together. In fact, there's a place right down south. At one point, I went for a drive down to Bow Desert. This was years ago. I went for a drive down to Bow Desert and then accidentally turned south rather than north when I was trying to get home, and found myself down near the New South Wales border, climbing through bloody dirt roads up in the mountains. Should go down there again and just see what's down there. Try and get lost again. I don't think I'm gonna try and get lost. If I do, that'll be interesting. But I'm gonna try not to. Because getting lost is never fun. Elevation must be going up here, because my ears are popping. Here we go. 100 kilometers per hour. We're on the real road here. Though I reckon it looks like this person in front of us is not going to be comfortable doing 100. And I don't blame them. Some of these roads, you know, when it comes to doing 100 k's an hour out here, it's definitely drive to the conditions. You know, you don't want to be, you know, there's no rule against not doing the speed limit unless it's dangerous. And you don't want to be, you know, pressured to do 100 kilometers an hour when the road conditions do not allow you to safely do 100 kilometers per hour. I mean, especially on the unsigned roads out there, there'll be curves that will definitely not be safe for 100 k's an hour. And usually they'll be signed, but on smaller roads, they definitely won't be. So you better be ready, drive to the conditions. But yeah, it looks like this fella in front of us is not comfortable doing 100, and fair enough. Fair enough. Inconvenient for me, but safe for them. Now this quarry here on the left, I did take a peek at it. I didn't go there. But I did take a peek and it looks like it's actually an active quarry, so unfortunately we ain't going in there. There's actually a thing happening there. So turning in there is just going to be immediately turning around. I think in fact I saw a gate there the last time I drove past. I am going to have to pull in Dayboro and just give my forehead a rest, because I'm getting one hell of a headache from having this thing on there. Yeah, don't overtake here, mate. Don't overtake here. Technically you can, and I know we're not doing the speed limit, but there's too much traffic coming the opposite direction. I'm glad you didn't go. Hopefully this doesn't look too blown out on the GoPro, because we're getting a lot of reflections from the sun here and the sky's very bright. It's a bright day today. Yeah, there's a car coming, mate. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. But it's good you're actually checking and not just racing out in front. And these road markings, these lines here, they definitely make sense. Hill up here, can't see shit. Well, you can't overtake. There you go. Makes perfect sense. Now, unfortunately, I did do a little bit of it. Well, fortunately, perhaps, I don't know. I did do a little bit of a peek ahead at Mt Mee Road on the way. Well, not on the way here, but I think it was yesterday. Actually, I did a little peek, and unfortunately, it looks like it is not 100 kilometers an hour on Mt Mee. It's 80. So, unfortunately, we won't be going. Won't be quite as fun. I've always wondered about that cross there. Is that an old road marking from when there used to be a railway line out here? Maybe. Don't know. But yeah, Mt Mee Road is not 100 k's an hour, unfortunately. So we're going to be going just a smidgen slower down there. Good news is I don't think we'll need to be taking that pit stop in Dayboro. Bladder seems to have settled down. Should make it all the way up to D'Aguilar. Take you out on to one of these walks as well at some point. It's been a very long time since I've gone out on a walk out in the bush somewhere. Very long time. It's going to be bloody hot in summer, I'll tell you what. Maybe I won't go this summer, but maybe I will. Rush Creek. There it is. Saying that like it's significant. I mean, every creek is significant. Every creek is special. Now I think we're getting close here to Dayboro. I seem to recall these bends. There's a small little park as we approach Dayboro as well that I've been to. It's very small, very, very small, and there's nothing there. There's like a little track that goes towards Dayboro, but I don't know if it's I don't know if it's private land or public land, because there's fences all around the park except for that section, and I'm a little bit hesitant to go walking off onto what may not be public land, right? Because the defense, I mean, I suppose the defense of, like, I didn't see a fence could work, but I don't feel like having that confrontation, honestly. I don't feel like putting myself into that situation. One of the things why I might, like, if I ever want to go traveling internationally, I might want to go up to the UK, because I don't think you have that problem there. I think you are, to a certain extent, you are allowed to walk on other people's property, I think. Do not take that as good knowledge. Alrighty, here we are, 80 k's an hour, and here's the park here. Just up here, there's a park. There it is. Blue sign on the left, tree and a bench. That's pretty much all that's there. Welcome to Dayboro. You know what? I think I'm going to try and go for the whole trip to Diagula. No, I'm going to pull over and take this thing off, get my forehead a rest, and have a drink, maybe. Risk making myself bust on the way to Diagula. Just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. These kind of roads, it's easy to speed on. Keep your eye on the speedometer. Low fire risk today, apparently. Welcome to Dayboro, folks. I've only ever been here once before, and I've only gotten out of the car in like a isolated park, so I'm not entirely sure what's here. Now, if we don't find a car park here on the left, just here, that's fine, because I know another spot where there's a car park. That was our turn off back there, by the way. There's also car parks on the other side. We can pull a UE somewhere up ahead. And in fact, we might do that, because it doesn't look like there's anything on the left. Oh, there was one spot there. Oh well, missed it. Rightio. Now it's not this road, I don't think. It's another road. I can't remember the name of it. And it's not this road. Morris Street, no. I think it's this one here. Yeah, we're going the wrong way. We're not on 58 anymore. We're gonna go down this road. Yeah, see, there's the park sign on the left. Got some public toilets here, but I don't think I'm gonna use them. I don't need them. And here we are. Alright, I'm going to take a brief rest, and then we'll be back on the road. Nighty-night. Rightio, welcome back. I lied. I did use that public toilet there. In fact, when we came in, you might have seen this Ute there. I had a little chat to that bloke. He's chiller than I thought he was, because he was in there and there was a bit of a ruckus going on in there, and so I thought, oh maybe not. But no, he apparently he's going in for an operation. He's a bit rough on his legs, and he left his walking stick in the ute. So, yeah. No, it's nice to have a nice conversation with a stranger every now and again. One of the wonders of living in Australia, I think. I'm not sure if there's all that many Western countries out there where you can do that. Some of the European ones, maybe. I don't know, some of them. Henry Bradley Park. Anyway, let's get on our way. Off to Dayboro. I really hope I am pronouncing that correctly. There's a Tesla up here too, I've noticed. One parked on the side of the road back there. It looks like, well, it looks like there's plenty of rich people that live here. I am not one of them. I neither live here nor am I rich. Alrighty then, off we go. Dayboro. 50 kilometers per hour, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, this dirty windscreen's going to be a bit of a rough one, isn't it? And I'm not going to be able to clean it till probably partway through this week. Depends on when they get back to me about how much windscreen fluid to put in. Because it really confused me with that that stuff that I bought. I mean, admittedly, I bought it from Woolworths. Probably not the best decision. Probably would have been better to buy it from Bunnings or something, but it says on it, use the measuring guide to determine how much to put into your tank, and then fill up the rest with water. And there's no measuring guide. There's nothing on there. It doesn't even tell you how much, like what the percentage needs to be for anything. So you can't do anything. Don't know how much to put in there. And so it's like, I couldn't find it on the bottle. I couldn't find it online. I couldn't find any forum posts or anything. So yeah, bloody frustrating. Hopefully they get back to me with something. And I'm not gonna have to just wing it, because I don't like winging things like that. Especially not when it comes to the car. I am not a car person. Not at all. I know car people, and I am not one of them. Here we are, Mt Mee Road. Doesn't get quick yet. And in fact, it probably won't get very quick anyway. 80 is probably the maximum speed. Oh look, there's some train cars there, probably from the old Dayboro branch. I think there's a there's a Dayboro branch. I remember looking it up at one point. Dayboro National Park. I have never driven on this road before, so complete blind reaction. Mt Mee Road, blind reaction. Shocking. I don't know what would be shocking here. If there was something shocking, there'd be a problem. I wouldn't want to be driving if there was something shocking. War Memorial Grounds. Maybe we should go down there soon. Soon? Probably not soon, but at some point. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Of course, I imagine, given, you know, when I saw it on Google Maps, the road is very windy, so I imagine it's probably going to be going up into these mountains. Quote-unquote mountains. Australia, where hills are called mountains. And just fucking normal terrain is called hills. Yeah, this part of the road doesn't feel too good, does it? Doesn't look like it's been cared for very much. That part back there was pretty nice. Not this bit. I don't feel like going 70 on this part. Alrighty, it's getting a bit cool in here. This does not feel like a main road that should be part of a road route, honestly. But then again, it looks like it gets better here. Allegedly. I really hope that your view is good. I really hope so. I really hope you can see what's going on too. That'd be nice. Because I'm going on this big long drive and I was about to say wasting petrol. This is not a waste of petrol, this is fun. I enjoy this. But using petrol, and petrol costs money. Oh, look at that, that's wonderful. Look at that, don't look at it too long. You gotta look at the road. 60 k's an hour. Oh, thank God. You're damn right, 60 k's an hour. This is a fun road, this one is. Good looking road too, drive to conditions. Road work ahead. Oh shit, look at that. Look at that, just quickly. Quick glance. Something's rattling back there and I'm going to figure out what it is. We must be going uphill because the car is really struggling to accelerate. You know, its revs are up at 2,000 RPM, just going straight. So we must be going uphill. I mean, the road is called Mt Mee. Mt Mee. Yeah, this is definitely a drive to the conditions road. Oh yeah, we're going up high, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know if you saw that out to the left, but we're going up high. Oh hey. Thank you, sir. Thank you for letting us past. Much appreciated. Which lane am I supposed to be in here? I don't know. One of them. So it's a very quick overtaking lane. I suppose it might be for people turning right back there. You're going to be careful in these corners in the mountain roads. Because, because the roads can be uneven. And also the corners can just sort of come out of nowhere and be like, ah, this isn't that bad. Holy shit, look at that. Look at that on the left there. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus. Careful. Careful. This is a real mountain road, this one is. Oh, hey. Man, I just want to stop off. Oh, no. No stopping. Never mind. Police vehicles accepted, looks like. What would they be stopping there for? Catching people speeding? Maybe. We're going to be chugging through petrol going up this hill. Speeding has caused accidents on this section. Yeah, I would not be speeding on this section. I probably wouldn't even be going the speed limit, honestly. 60 is pretty, yeah, I can see why speeding's caused accidents. That's a bloody sheer cliff there. Oh, boy. 60 is very much the absolute maximum speed that I would go on here. Ears are still popping. We're still going up. Still going up, ladies and gents. Are those power lines? Those power lines, is that what they are? I don't know. Oh, I hope you make it to the end because I can smell that plastic, hot plastic smell, hot electronic smell that comes from things that are getting very hot. I'll turn the air conditioning up, cool this thing down. Cool you down just a little bit. Hopefully that's not, you know, putting lots of wind noise in the mic. Might be. Oh, this road is lovely. I love it. I love it. I'm going to recommend it to anyone that wants to drive fun roads. As long as you're, you know, driving safely. Safe fun, let's put it that way. You just got to watch your speedo, because, yeah, sometimes it can flatten out and then you're just like, oh yeah. You know, your car's just like, oh, this is easy. Let's just go up to fucking 70. I'm not going to blow that on you. I'm kind of afraid that it's distorting the audio. We are up high, aren't we? We're still going up. Mt Mee indeed. This road is windy, windy, windy. It is. Windy and rough. Is this it? Are we going down? I think we're going down now. I think we've reached the top of Mt Mee and we're going down now. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. No, I think we are. I think we are. Man, the fucking banks on these roads, man. Crazy. No, we're not going down, not just yet. Oh shit. My bad, my bad. Careful. Careful, careful, that's what I mean. Sometimes your speed can get away from you if you're not careful. Gosh, that's those remnants of that old double line is confusing. It's confusing. Here's a rough turn. Oh boy. And another rough turn up here. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, there they are, they're turning. It's now open road for us. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. We make the choices on how fast we go now. And that's just a smidgen frightening on this kind of road. Which is good. Because frightening is good, because it's this kind of road where frightening is good. Yeah. Wouldn't want to be going too fast around those corners, huh? Well, I was wrong. It looks like the majority of this road is 60, not 80. Which is fair enough, considering the kind of road that it is. Oh, this is... You know, this stuff, these kind of roads where you've got like trees on both sides, tall trees on both sides, and it creates this shade which the road exists within. I love that kind of stuff. Get out of the way, Magpie. Thank you. If there was a car behind me, I probably wouldn't have done that. Windy, windy, windy. Indeed. Oh, this is a bump. High Crest Street. There's a bus stop there. What bus stops here? Which bus stops here? There's probably some kind of bus that stops here. Here we are, 80 k's an hour now. Doesn't mean that we can go 80 all the time. It just means that that is now the legal speed limit. But the road has definitely eased out a little bit. It's not quite so bendy, or at least so far. And it certainly, oh Jesus, certainly is a smidgen more frightening, I will say that, going along this road at 80. Because it's still the same quality of road, it's just straighter. There's some stuff on there on the left, but I don't feel quite safe taking my eyes off this kind of road. Especially because it's so narrow. Well, I was talking about driving to the conditions earlier today. I did not expect to be on a road where that applied. Especially not quite so soon, and especially not today. Craw. What a chunky road. Quick little peek. It's always nice. That's one of the things I do like about traveling by train, is that you don't have to focus on the road all the time. You can look out the window and enjoy the stuff. The downside is trains in general, go slower than cars. Unfortunately, here in Australia, in Europe, probably not, but here in Australia, unfortunately, that's the case. There's just too much investment into roads and too little investment into trains. I reckon, you know, the line from Brisbane to Sydney, all you need to do is straighten it out enough that you can do 160 most of the way and people will take it. People will take a 7-hour train trip over a road trip, I imagine. Or at least I hope. I would, at least. Hell, I'd take the 14.5-hour trip that you currently have, but oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, can't look at it for too long though. Gotta focus on the road. Yeah, because I've taken the train down to Sydney a few different times, and 14.5 hours is a very long time. Right now, I'm kind of at the point where I like it, but I could see a time where I would decide to fly over taking the train. So at some point, I do very much hope that they upgrade the train. Oh, hello, sir. What a lovely car. It's always cool to see special cars like that driving around every now and again. You don't very often see them on roads like this, I will say that. It must be a bit of a rough ride, I imagine. this thought just popped into my head. This horrible, horrible thought that you're not recording. It's probably just me OCD. Just me OCD kicking in, being like, oh, you didn't do the thing. But I did it. I remember doing it. I heard the beep. But man, would that be quite unhappy. Would that be quite unsatisfying if you weren't recording. And I had to go back and do this bloody road all over again, and it would be an angry road trip that time round. I'd not be having fun, I'd be angry. Angry. Frustrated road trip. Look at this fucking view. Jesus Christ, what a great view. Man, I wish you were here the first bloody time. But you weren't, and it's all my fucking fault. Wild dog control. I don't know how that applies to me, but thank you for the heads up, I suppose. Oh, look at this. This is a little better, isn't it? This is a bit of a nicer road. Feel like I could probably do 80 along this road. Look at those hills. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Cows and cattle and thingamabobs. That's how you know we're in a non-built-up area. Farms on either side. Apologies for the quietness. Not much is happening. Also, getting a bit tired. This road is not as exciting as it was, and there's not as many wonderful, wonderful views all around. I suppose that's what happens when you go on a road trip. You get tired towards the end. And you run out of things to talk about, especially. Dayboro National Park is up here, apparently 500 meters on the left. There it is, Dayboro National Park. Should take a look down there at some point. I imagine I probably have, because Dayboro National Park, I'm sure I've been there before. Oh, quick glance. I might throw a picture up, a screenshot, if it looked cool. I don't know how you see these things, how they look to you. Hang in there. I can smell you burning. In testing, what I found is you last about 80 to 90 minutes on battery life. Well, you don't actually run out of battery. You get about 10% left, but you just burn up. You just get too hot. You overheat after about 80 minutes of constant running. So this shouldn't be that bad, because it's only about an hour's long drive in total. Oh, wouldn't want to be going 80 around here, I don't think. Oh. No, not an 80, not an 80 turn at all. This one, according to the sign, is an 80 turn. Yeah, I'll give it that. This one's a 70 apparently. It's weird, that turn back there did not have a warning sign. And yet it was so much sharper than any of these other ones. Better report it to the local council. 60 sign. Either we're getting close to where we need to be, or the road's about to get a lot more interesting. Either that or No, we're just passing through a small township. Ah, yeah, Mt Mee. This must be actually Mt Mee. Here we are, yeah, Mt Mee Public Hall, Mt Mee State School. Oh, look at this, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm slowing down for this one, there's no one behind us, we don't need to worry about it. This is gorgeous. Look at all these trees. All these different trees, different leaves, different colors. Wonderful. And, old houses and new ones. I see you, rich person house. Oh wow, look at that over there, holy shit. That looks great. Don't know how much of that you caught, but Jesus Christ, that was a great view. You could see all the way out to the ocean. Wow. This is probably going to require a bit more editing than just have a watch through, see if there's anything to cut out or leave in. This is going to require some zooming. Look at that. Look at that, holy shit. I did not see if there was a stop-off point there, but by God, there should be. I think there was someone's driveway. Ah, it would be bloody expensive to live there. Gannon Street. What a name. I like it, sounds fun. Gannon Street. I think we must be at pretty much the top of the mountain here. Scenic lookout, 300 meters on the right. This will be the spot to look out, I think. Horn Road, that's probably where it is. No, there it is. I gotta remember that for later. We might come back here. Too many people there to be doing this right now, but holy shit, it looks cool. It looks cool. It really does. This looks cool too. Wow. 100 kilometers per hour. I did not expect to see a 100 kilometer per hour sign, but I'll take it. Well, that was gorgeous. I don't know about you. That was gorgeous. Are there speed cameras around here? Because those lines look like speed gauging lines. Well, I was doing 90, and I'm still doing 90. Because I'll be honest, I don't quite feel like doing 100 down this road. Not quite. Not right now. That's all good. These kind of roads, how you feel is how you drive. Unless you know, you can't go over the speed limit, but you know, it's the old saying, drive to the conditions, you know. Yeah. You know. Very steep descent. That looks fun. Trucks and buses must use low gear. Wow, it really is steep, isn't it? Oh boy. And we're back to the windy road. Windy, windy, windy. Wind our way down the mountain. Though, based on how steep this road is, we might be winding our way down just a smidgen quicker than we wound our way up. In spite of the fact that I like trains, man, they wish they could go this steep. The dog's waterhole. Ugh. Wonder why that's there. Yeah, still 60. Still 60. In spite of this straight-ish bit, still 60. But yeah, this is very steep. I have to use a lot of brakes coming down here. If I was in a manual, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be engine braking, something, you know, petrol economy. I'll tell you what, even though that air conditioning is on recycle, I can smell this place. It's coming through. You don't take your foot off the brake, mate. We're not going to need to accelerate for quite some time. Long bend. Yeah, it's pretty long. Not the longest bend I've ever seen. This part of the road, though, is a lot better than the part before Mt Mee. But I think the reason for that is that this is the general way you would get to Diaguilla. I still don't know how to properly pronounce it. But Diaguilla National Park. This is the proper way to get there. Because you'd usually go up the highway to Caboolture, I think, and then take the road back. And in fact, that's the way I'm going to have to go home. There's no way I'm coming home this way. Because as lovely as this road is, it's just too slow. Oh, someone's had a crash there. Yeah, police aware. Yeah. Someone's had a bad day. I want to get home quickly, because I do actually have some things to do once I get home. I've got dinners to cook and things, because it's Sunday today, and I've got to go to work tomorrow. And I need my dinners, so I don't have to cook them every night for work. They must be, you know, monitoring people's speed or something, because that's what these lines generally are for. End 60. Rightio. I've never seen that before. Given this is not a build-up area, Jesus, I'm using my voice too much. Given this is not a built-up area, I assume that means the speed limit is now 100. I presume that's what that means. I'm still going to be cautious. Oh, my throat's going to hate me tomorrow. Too much talking. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's 100. Seems like 100 road. Delaney's Creek Road there. Wonder where that goes. Well, I mean, Delaney's Creek, presumably. See whether I sped along that section of road. No, it was 100. But I haven't actually seen that before. Just an end 60 sign. I presume that sign being there means this is a built-up area. But yeah, out here, if you see just end 60, that means 100. I haven't seen it before. Usually there's just a 100 sign. But there you go. Delaney's Creek School Road. I wonder where we are. Perhaps we're in Delaney's Creek? This is actually quite a bit of a longer drive than I thought it would be. It did say, Google did say it was about 35 minutes. But yeah, we'll know when we get to D'Aguilar, because we'll end up at a T intersection. And I believe the route that of the road that we T intersect with is Route 22. It's something highway is what it is. Here we are, D'Aguilar. We're almost there, ladies and gents. Almost there. Here's the 60 sign as we approach D'Aguilar. Oh, I presume it's D'Aguilar. Yeah, here we are. T intersection incoming. Alrighty, now there should be a public toilet up here on the left that we should be able to stop in at, hopefully. Yeah, looks like it. A bit of a strange parking situation there, but fair enough. Can't see what the name of this road is. Yeah, D'Aguilar Highway, there we are. Sorry fellas, I probably could have gone then, but I like being cautious when it comes to this stuff, especially on a road like this. It is a bit rough, this is. That's all right. Stop here. Hopefully I'm allowed to. There's nothing says I can't. And it's a big area with a dirt road here, so should be good. Well, here we are. D'Aguilar at the end of Route 58. That was quite a long route, I will say. Though most of these routes are. I did do a test run on Route 23, I think it is. The one that goes through Redcliffe. 26, yeah. That's a pretty long route too. Now, this other one is, no, it's not 22, it's 85, wow. And Route 85 goes a long, long way. Does it continue along through here? No, it doesn't. So we might go on Route 85 at some point, but probably not right now. I'm almost tempted to take you down Diaguilla Highway back towards Brisbane, but I think you're going to cut out pretty soon, and I've got a bit of a headache from this thing sitting on my head. But thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed the trip. I sure did. And hopefully I'll see you in another video. Nighty night.